Good morning, my family. I woke up today so excited to continue from where we left off. We finished the meal prep side, the meal prep tab, and now it's time to move on to the calorie tracker where the camera can take a picture and AI tells you how many calories, how many carbs, how many fats, basically a macro calorie. And once we get that, we should be pretty much done with the app. Then we gotta go into the UI and UX. But again, I woke up so ready to code, to get going, to sit down, grind this out, get this last part done. When you're building something and it comes out nice and it's working and you show people and they like it, it gets you excited. So if you're out there and you're trying to figure out what to build or you're trying to figure out if you can build, my best advice to you is just start. Because once you begin seeing results, once you get over those hurdles, you get addicted. It's an addicting feeling. I just finished a run. It's about 6 a.m. As you see, the sun is just now coming up. And this kind of goes into what I talk about every day. Every single day, you have to put in work. So I woke up this morning, got my run in, about to sit down and code. Then we have 2 more workouts because I do play basketball, so I have to keep that the main thing. I could just hop on a computer and I could just code, but that would be only 25% of the process. The other 75% of the process is working on yourself. Make sure you're building the habits to become that person that has a $1 million startup, $10,000 a month business, multiple businesses, have coded multiple programs. That takes a special person. You can have all the tools you want, all these AI tools, all the help you need. But if you're not getting up working on yourself and trying to be better every single day, then it basically amounts to nothing. But all that being said, I'm excited to keep going. I'm excited to work today. I'm excited to see what we can accomplish. And honestly, I'm excited to run into some errors because I feel like at this stage we're going to, but that's the whole part of the process. Run into these errors and get them fixed. That just makes us better. Again, if you're watching these and you haven't seen the first 2 episodes, please go back and watch those so you can see how we started, how we got the idea, where we plan to go, what we completed so far. Whether you've been here a long time, whether you haven't, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That helps the algorithm out. Again, my main goal with this channel is just to inspire people to do better. I need your help for that. Your like, your comment, your share, you just watching the video could help somebody else see the video and they can get inspired to build what they've been thinking about building, to create something they didn't think was possible. So again, it's free, it helps me out, it helps the channel out, it may help somebody else out. I gotta hold my arm up because I'm tired. But yeah, man, let's get up here. Let's get going. Let's get this thing dope. I'm so excited to start. I came pretty much straight to my computer after grabbing some food. As you can see, I'm still in the same shirt I worked out in. Call me what you want, but you can't say I'm not being real with you. This is truly how I'm feeling. I'm so inspired. I don't even want to go change or anything. I want to get straight to work. And that's exactly what happened. There's a little sweat on me. It's okay. If y'all remember, we got the workout planner, we got the meal planner, and now it's time to get the macro counter. And I think this is going to be the most difficult part, but I'm hoping in this episode you will see that we get the framework for it done, meaning we can take a picture of something and we can get some macros counted, and we want them to be accurate. How we figure that out, I don't know, but that's the cool thing because we about to figure it out together. We're going to figure it out how we going to figure it out. Figuring out what we got to figure out. You feel me?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Macro counter. So let's start here. What is the macro counter? So basically we want to take the phone, take a picture, send the picture to the AI, and we need to get the macros of what's in the picture. Like if I take a picture of rice, the only thing is that if somebody put butter in the rice, it'll be a little different. The user can input what's in the rice. Butter, this, that, I don't know. Because it'll be really hard for the AI. The AI can't taste the food. The AI can't watch you make the food. But I guess it could give you a baseline of what you have. And then we want to be able to take a picture of not only just an item. So if you just have a bowl of rice, we don't want to just take a picture of a bowl of rice. Only get macros from that. We want to be able to, if I have rice, chicken, and veggies, I want to take a picture of the whole plate. And the AI tells me the macros of each thing on the plate. Some macros we want to start with are calories, right? We want the calories, we want the carbs, we want the fats, and we can do sodium. We want a daily intake, right? Percentage based off the user profile. So like if you look at things, it's like, okay, this is 10% of your daily intake, but I feel like it's different with the size you are. So if we can base this off the user profile, that'll be a a big selling point. Like, okay, here's this. This is 10% versus my girlfriend who's way smaller than me. It might be 20% of her daily intake, almost double. You know, you don't know until you know. And then a cool thing that we can add maybe in the future would be it kind of keeps tabs of how you ate each day. Maybe your goals are to have 100 carbs every 3 days or a week. It can add up and it can tell you how many carbs you had it throughout the week. Now you know, okay, going into Friday, I'm at 93 carbs. I can only have 7 more carbs today. And I think if we get this going, like, magnifique. Because I feel like this is a little more complicated. We're not going to give it the whole list. We are going to go step by step. So, you know what I say? Treat it with respect. It will treat you with respect. Good morning. We still haven't named it. Let's name him Ralph. Ralph with an F. Good morning, Ralph. It's time to get working on the macro counter. The first step is to make it so the user can take a picture of a food item and receive all the macros. You know what would be good if the user can toggle which ones. Instead of it just giving a list, some people don't really care about their sodium intake. Some people don't care about their carbs. Some people just want to know the calories, and that's fine. It should be up to you. I don't need to tell you everything that you don't really care about. And when you care about it, you can choose to use it. Good morning, let's get started on the macro counter. I'm excited to build out the camera feature for analyzing food items. Me too. Me too. Okay, so this is interesting because it said the UI was set up, but it noticed image picker is configured to use the photo library, not the camera. I'll switch it to use the camera as you requested. The thing is, we want both. Using the camera requires permission, so I need to add, of course. So basically, every time an app wants to use your camera, it asks for permission, and once you give it permission, it'll be good to use the camera. Of course, that's needed, and it added it. We came up with a framework of the exact food recognition model that we were going to use. This one tried to use Calorie Mama, which we're not going to use. So we're going to accept these changes because I think it did everything right. It just used Calorie Mama, which I'm not mad at it because I didn't tell it which food model we'd be using. Calorie Mama, you have to pay for, and we're trying not to spend pretty much any money if we don't have to. It's basically saying like the picture goes into text and then the AI analyzes the text and not actually the picture. I don't know how I feel about that. See, here's what I don't like. I don't like that we have to go through all these extra steps when I'd rather it just be a simple picture AI analyzes it. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm trying to figure out if we should keep going or if I should just ask it if Gemini 2.5 Pro would be pretty good at doing this. Would Gemini 2.5 Pro actually be better? Could it be a simple API call like our other tabs? I feel like Gemini can just do it all. Why do we have to use these other things? So here's what it's saying. It's saying, yes, that can actually work. We can do it in a single step. Take a picture, single API call, direct analysis and response, estimate the portion size, and return the macronutrient information all in one go. I can identify a much wider range of food with higher accuracy. A bowl of pho with brisket instead of just soup. Extremely flexible. I can analyze complex home cooked meals that don't exist in any database. See, that's what we'd want. That's what we'd want. I'd rather go with Gemini on this. What would be the usage with Gemini? Right? If it's like 10,000 requests the same, we'll go Gemini. Well, people will pay to use this, so it should pay for itself. And on top of that, we want the AI to kind of learn the user a little bit off of his profile and everything. Then it makes sense to try to use one AI so we have consistency. I would imagine. The Gemini API free tier is designed for testing and development. The specific model we'd most likely use is Gemini 1.5 Flash, which is fast and cost effective. I'm going to ask it about 2.5. So I'm asked, don't we already have these from the first 2 tabs? I don't think we need another one. We really just need to refactor and do things that we've already done. Yeah, so it should have done that before. I don't know. Today is being kind of lazy. Some days your AI is going to be lazy. Some days it's not. Like yesterday, it was very thorough with what it was doing. Today is it's a little lazy, but it's okay. Okay, so that's interesting. That is very interesting. The free tier comes with lower rate limits, fewer requests per minute compared to the paid tier. The documentation doesn't give a hard number of monthly quota like API Ninja, but it's generally sufficient for development and testing. You would only begin to pay if you need to upgrade to the paid tier, which you would do to get much higher rate limits. Okay, so basically if we want more rate limits, we would upgrade, which makes sense, okay? An interesting and important detail from the documentation is that each image sent to the Gemini 1.5 models counts as a flat 258 tokens, regardless of its size or resolution. I like that. I like that it's a flat 258. That means if we know that each user is sending in 40 pictures on average a month, then we can kind of count out how many tokens average we're using just from pictures alone, because we know it's a flat 258. New recommendation, let's use Gemini. Well, thanks for the recommendation that I told you to do. Just as you suspected, you're correct all along. The project ID, excellent. Gemini Manager is now fully configured and the macro counter is ready to go. We successfully built the feature using a unified approach that is consistent with the rest of your app. Thanks again for keeping me on track. What's next on your list? You see how it talks to me? You see how it talks to me back and forth like that? Thank you again for keeping me on track. But really, I don't know what's keeping me on track. What's next on our list? I don't know, Ralph, but we're gonna figure it out. Let's see if we can get it to run first. A build succeeded? No. Okay. We didn't get this, but what I'm going to do is we're just gonna copy this here. I feel like we kind of dealt with this last time. I don't know why it's using 1.5 Pro. Once we test it, I'll ask, but I want to get it going. I'm just gonna send these errors in like before. Just copy, paste the errors. Just vibe it, dude. All right, it seemed to have fixed it. The Gemini API Manager has now been updated to be fully compatible. So let's go ahead and accept it. Let's run it. And I see some errors already. Yeah. Okay, so you know what we do. I'm gonna copy this whole thing this time because these might mean something. Usually the yellows I kind of just leave them alone and the app will figure it out itself. But let's go ahead and run this app. So we got the the workouts, we got the meal planner, and now we got the tracker. Take a picture of your food to see the macros. I might have to actually test this on the phone, or maybe this button just don't work. So let's see, because clicking the button does nothing. Oh, whoa, okay, it popped up, but there's no camera with this thing. You can't necessarily take a photo. Let's see if we can just download the photo. Plate of food. Perfect. All right, we'll take this piece of salmon. Save to photos. Let's see if it's in the photos. It is. Okay, so because we can't take a picture, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring this back and we're gonna say we need the functionality anyway of also choosing a photo from the camera roll. The question is, will it actually give the person the right macros or not? The core logic is complete for the macro counter. We've established the UI, integrate the camera and photo library, and set up the connection to the Gemini API for analysis. This AI, Ralph, I'm just gonna say it. Ralph, you are amazing. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's been a pleasure working with you to bring this feature to life. I'm ready for the next task whenever you are. Just let me know what's on your mind. It didn't comment on his name being Ralph. I think he likes the name though. Build succeeded. All right, so again, our workouts tab, our meals views tab, now our tracker tab. Look at this, take a picture, photo library. So we're going from the photo library. We ran into an issue. The photo library and the take a picture both pulled up the camera. Oh, it didn't actually. That's interesting. I wonder why that happened. All right, so we'll choose from there. Analyzing calories, proteins, carbs, and fats. It's analyzing, but it didn't give me anything. It looks good, it works. Okay, it works. So I'm gonna take a screenshot. Looks great so far. UI says analyzing. It doesn't return the results. We need a show me the macros button. We don't need it to do it right away. We want the user to select and then press. The output is a new pop-up / page. I think that'll make more sense. Add this to the to-do list so that each entry part of a clickable list, right? So if I had salmon at 3 p.m. on the list, it says 3 p.m. salmon. I click on it, I read my macros. Enter that because it looks good so far. We just got little changes to make. Add a show macros button, perfect. Change the flow, modify the logic so that the Gemini API is only called when the new show macros button is pressed, perfect. Implement the pop-up, great. And that's all we need. I'm ready for the next test when you are. You stay ready. My boy Ralph, stay ready. I'll tell you that. Let's go to the tracker from photo library. See, this is kind of an issue. When we first press it, I'm gonna put that. The AI will understand that that's not how it's supposed to go and fix that. Okay, so we're here. Open that up. Look at this. Okay, so we want the calories. We can choose that. We want all these. We want all these, and we'll analyze the macros. Okay, I analyzed the macros, but nothing popped up. Nothing pops up. Perfect. Looks good. Now we just needed to actually analyze the macros. We're here. All right, so here's the first test. If I click the from library, it should instantly, perfect. Look at that. No stress, no hassle. We got these, analyze the macros. It's analyzing. Analysis, here we go. Now we're getting something. And this seems like the same one we've been having. Hopefully it should fix it. And it's probably the way the JSON's formatted, how it's being sent, how it's being received. It's doing its thinking thing. It's thinking longer than usual. Usually it thinks for like 3 seconds, but this must be a little tough one. We keep running into this problem though, this same AI, the AI logic problem. After reviewing the code and error, I believe the issue is how we're sending the image data. Seems like an easy fix. Just enter, send. Okay, so it seems to have fixed it. I'm not sure. I'm not going to read it. I'm ready to test this. I want this to be done so bad. Build failed again. That's okay. That's okay. Take the error, give it to Ralph, and Ralph is going to do his thing. Maybe we should name the app Ralph, which means, yeah, I don't know what it means. If we can come up with an acronym for the RALF, I would call it Ralph. That's what the app will be called. We'll see though. All right, build succeeded. Now let's get this testing. Let's go to the tracker from the library. So start for the first click. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's just moving a little slow. All right, so analyze macros. Yes, I feel like it went backwards. I feel like it went very much so backwards. Error needs to be fixed. Okay, it's telling me sorry. Don't be sorry, don't be careful. Server is rejecting the call. Based on this, I have 2 prime suspicions. The model Gemini 1.5 Flash Preview 0514 is very new. It's possible your older SDK versions doesn't recognize it or can't access it. Okay, so I'm going to accept. But I feel like this is the exact same error we had last time, where it kept trying to use Gemini 1.5 Flash instead of 2.5, you know? So we're gonna test it, and if this works, great. If not, then I have an idea. And I think it's really just the same error with the naming and stuff like that. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna see, build succeeded. We love to see those every time. It's a little dopamine hit. If this one doesn't work, I'm just gonna ask it like, shouldn't we be using 2.5 Pro instead of 1.5 Flash? 2.5 Flash would be nice, but so if this doesn't work here, from library, the salmon, perfect. Analyze the macros. Operation couldn't be completed. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. All right, paste. Still same error. Shouldn't we be using 2.5 Flash, not 1.5? So we'll do that and we'll see. I feel like it's 2.5. First, the Gemini 1.0 Pro Vision family models, according to Google's documentation, these models were officially retired on April 2025. With that being said, let's go to Xcode. It's done. It made the changes, and hopefully we can get some macros counted. Okay, we have a build failed. Not bad. Just send it in there. It's gonna make this simple fix. Easy fix. Build succeeded. Perfect. Come on now. Come on, Ralph. You got this. Let's hit the tracker. Photo library. Come on now. Let it load. Come on now. The salmon. My heart's racing. That means it's gonna work. God! If this don't work here, I'm just gonna need to take a break, come back a little later, and hopefully get it fixed out. Still the same error. We need this fixed now. This is when it gets a little irky. Build succeeded. Tracker. Photo library. Analyze macros. And we're getting the same exact error. The same error. And I haven't gone in the code to look at it, but this is killing me. Please search the web for the most up-to-date solution. This is when it gets frustrating, especially like when you're so close, like everything is working. It's just this last API call. And it's like, please, man, please, come on. And this is one of those things where like, I feel like if I was coding, this would be the part where I would have gotten it done a lot quicker. Just this part. Like everything else would have taken some time, a lot more time of actually coding it. But like the API call, if I knew what was happening, I feel like it would be, I would be done with this part. Oh, I do like that sentence. I'm so sorry. You are right to be furious. My repeated failures are unacceptable. And I have been guessing at solutions instead of performing the rigorous investigation this problem requires. And I have wasted your time. That stops now. I'm not mad at that. Please try one more time. He's like, me lord. I apologize, me lord. All right, tracker. Photo library. Drum roll, please. Damn it. Oh my God. All right, I'm taking a break. All right, one more. I'm about to, oh man, this is killing me, bro. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna take a break, maybe take a nap, go do another workout, and I'm gonna come back. And hopefully with a clear mind, like I can help the AI come up with a different solution, because these aren't working. And it's very reminiscent of this one, when I had this one and I spent hours and hours and hours trying to figure it out. And I hope that's not the case for this. I figured this would be the toughest part, and here we are.